Good afternoon. Welcome into From Day One. Today, we have a little court for you as we rock through Dominion.
And next up on our docket, we have People versus Valerie Willis. It is file 2022-6436FH. We have Ms. Willis present in the courtroom and the prosecuting attorney, Ms. Goodrich. We are providing public access both in the courtroom and also online. Good afternoon, Ms. Willis. At this point, it looks like you are representing yourself. Is that correct?
I am, and I will be going forward.
Okay. So here we go. There are some steps that I have to go through. You do have the constitutional right to represent yourself. You also have the constitutional right to the assistance of an attorney, including to consult with a retained attorney. You have the right to have me appoint an attorney for you at public expense if you qualified and asked. Do you understand that you have those rights?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I also so you can't exercise both rights at the same time. So you have to choose one or the other. And are you choosing to represent yourself?
At this time, Your Honor, I am.
All right. In order for me to go forward that way, I do have to advise you of a couple things. First, I have to advise you of what the charge is, which is consistent with an arraignment today anyway. You're charged in a single count felony information with the charge of larceny by conversion, $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. It alleges that you, being a person to whom $8,000 had been delivered, that you embezzled or fraudulently converted it to your own use, that property which belongs to a Kayla Provo, the value of the property being $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000.
Okay, so we've got a felony charge here.
Okay.
I don't know about the underlying merits. She seems to say she didn't do it or whatever, and that might be true. That might be true. I literally don't know the story. But you're facing a felony. You decide to go this one alone. All right.
That is a felony crime in Michigan. It is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine
Or
or 3 times the value of the property stolen, whichever is greater. Do you understand the charge against you and the maximum penalty that it will carry?
Yes, sir, and it's a recycled charge. This is the same case that you dismissed and quashed a year ago, recycled again.
Okay.
So this will be the same, well, it won't be the same case this time because this time I'm proving my innocence.
Okay, we'll just bear with me. I have to go kind of step by step through some things. Okay. And how do you wish to plead to that charge?
I'm not guilty.
Okay, we'll enter a not guilty plea for you as well then. And I do also, I'm required by law to advise you of some of the risks of self-representation. There are, and I know you've represented yourself.
She is better than average. I will say that, and that she's been through this. She's obviously tired. She has litigated a bunch of stuff, so she's better than your average pro se. But this is not a good idea.
In front of me in a prior case that was resolved in your favor, but I do need to advise you of the legal risks of self-representation. They include these. There's a book of court rules, and there's books of rules of evidence that judges and courts must follow. And whether an attorney is representing you or whether you're representing yourself, you are held to those same rules. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And so an attorney has received specific training in those rules. And
Yes, they
sometimes
have.
when people represent themselves, they don't have the same level of knowledge or experience with those rules and procedures. And that can result in a possible defense that you might have that you might not realize, or a possible objection to procedure that you could raise that you might not realize because a lawyer would know those things and you might not. Do you understand that representing yourself, you do take that risk that you might miss procedural or substantive defenses or objections you might have?
After 4 years, 4 lawsuits, 2 in district, 2 in circuit, $25,000 spent on 2 asshole attorneys that obviously don't know the law and didn't represent my rights, I am forthwith going forward to rely on myself more than all
Yeah, great start. Okay, first of all, you just make a fool of yourself, but you did drop a forthwith in there, so
Mike.
so that makes up for everything. All right.
The other constructs of our legal system that I've had at my disposal thus far. So yes, I feel comfortable. I don't think I'll miss anything. And
You
with
will.
all the experience that these cases have given me, it's really opened up my eyes to the problems that the people who say they represent us and who are legally trained are not.
And Ms. Willis, I'm just going to give you one warning and use that as an example. Lawyers don't get to use
An F word.
cuss words like you just did in the courtroom, and neither will you. If a lawyer did that, they could be subject to contempt of court, which could be a fine or even jail. And judges do have the authority to summarily hold people in contempt for that type of language and conduct. So if you want to represent yourself, I find that you do know the risks, that you are unequivocally wanting to represent yourself, and I'll certainly allow you to proceed that way in my courtroom. I am going to hold you to the standards of following proper procedure, including civil conduct. And I know in the last case, a lot of it was over Zoom, and I know a couple times I think I even had to mute you because you really didn't want to follow the process that I wanted to go through. And I'm just going to tell you now, I'm not going to allow that type of behavior. If you want to represent yourself, you do have to follow the court procedures, even if you disagree. You understand that?
I apologize for the cuss word, Your Honor. And also, too, when we were going through the last thing, I remember the prosecutor screaming at you, too, and having to mute her as well. So I guess it applies equally on all of us, correct?
Well, yeah, the rules do apply equally to both sides, for sure. All right. So I am going to find that Ms. Willis is aware of the charge against her.
So now the prosecutor gets to drop one a-hole. I'm just trying to keep score here.
Yeah. The prosecutor has one curse word to be named later.
Self-representation is unequivocally choosing to represent herself. So I find that she has validly, knowingly, and understandingly waived her constitutional right to counsel. And Ms. Willis, at every subsequent court hearing, I'm required to just double check with you very quickly that that's how you wish to proceed.
Oh, here we've got prime liner number 1. A&M. That's Judge Gauthier. Oh, I'm gonna pronounce all of those syllables.
Gauthier. Yep.
Take that, Anne-Marie.
And to remind you that you do have the right to
Thank you.
All right, and Ms. Goodrich, are the people requesting any forensic center evaluation? And Ms. Willis, do you believe that you are competent to stand trial and to represent yourself in this matter?
No.
Yes. And I hope the judge understands I'm asking for a jury trial.
Okay. Ms. Goodrich, what do you think the estimated length of that trial would be?
A 2-day trial?
And Ms. Willis, do you agree that we could select a jury and try the case in 2 days?
No, because I have several witnesses that are going to come forward this time and tell the truth.
How many days do you believe it would be?
Like, here's another example. This is more subtle, but he says, like, I think it's about a 2-day trial, which it seems about right for a felony conversion case. But, okay. And she's like, well, no, because I have people coming from out of state. Well, knucklehead, we're not talking about travel time. We're going to
Talk about actual court
how long is this testimony going to take? She doesn't realize how silly that sounds already. Yeah, it's not going to take 5 days to try a case because you have 2 witnesses
that are traveling by snow cap.
Oh, but we continue.
Yes, we.
One of them has to come from out of state, so it might be up to 5 days, 5 to 7 days maximum. But if they have a lot of notice, I don't see how, I don't think it would delay it if they have enough notice.
Okay. Right now it's just sort of me keeping track of a case. This is, the parties aren't held to this. I'll note that it would be an estimated 3-day trial based on the witnesses listed in the information. Later on, both parties will file witness and exhibit lists, so we can revisit that once I see what witnesses will actually be called. All right, and what we'll do is, Ms. Willis, last time you had filed some motions in the same fashion. We'll schedule this for what's called a docket call, and that's
docket call.
You can file any motions to be heard at that time. You have to provide a copy to the prosecutor, file a notice of hearing, and follow the rules for that. And you can also communicate.
And this takes us back to yesterday, where, by the way, you guys were absolutely cracking me up yesterday. I don't know why. But same thing. They just never get this concept. If you file a motion or you do anything, you have to provide the other side a copy of it. It's just basic stuff. But so far, she thinks you include travel time into trial time, and that you can just throw any chicken scratch that you want at the judge ex parte, and that should work out just super.
Communicate with the prosecutor directly about any resolution of the case if there is any to be had. Once we get through that process and I rule on the motions that either you might file or the prosecutor might file, then at that time we put it on the trial docket and see where we fall and what dates. So we can schedule this for a docket call. Are you going to require some time to prepare any written motions to be heard?
Yes, sir.
All right. I could put this out to November 15th, which gives you about 7 weeks. Any objections to that date?
No objections. I bow hunt, so I'm good.
Okay. So I could schedule it for November 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And do you anticipate that you will be filing motions that will be heard that day?
At least one.
Because you mentioned that you think that this case is rehashing the previous case I dismissed. As you recall last time, I can't just rule on things that you say. You've got to file written motions and you've got to follow the process. Under some new rules, it would be presumed that Zoom appearances would be allowed for that. But if you would like to be in person, you can schedule it that way. If you prefer to be present.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, we'll schedule that to be held in person on November 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon, and indicate that will be a motion cutoff. That motion is heard again. And so I'll go ahead and set aside a little bit of extra time so that we can those. So we've been scheduling things in 10-minute time slots, and sometimes even quicker than that. I'll schedule this for a half-hour time slot so that we can hear on both sides of the Zoom motions here. Anything further for the people?
Thank you.
Anything further for the defense?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, get the fuck out of my courtroom then. Mike, you got a recap? Mikey Poo.
Well, there you have it. Like I said, it's just an afternoon quickie there. I had to get that in. It was too good. Good point. I would like to follow that. Although the last case I tried to follow, that bad decisions case, they didn't show the trial. But would I like to see the trial for this? So the charge is embezzlement. So she took something from somebody. The prosecutor, did not seem at all worried about this situation. They seem to think they have a case. I don't know for sure, but that would be fun to watch, because then you're going to get into foundations on documentary evidence she's not going to get. It'll be a nightmare. Well, that's not the lead laws. That's a sock puppet. But thank you. So there we have it. Like I said, I'm going to do one this afternoon. It's kind of a hangout. It'll be fun. We're going to spend some quality time with none other than Judge Alex Manning. I think I'm doing that after.
No, you're not. You never ended up doing that, guys. Sorry. Alright, so... let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, let's go with some bad excuses.
And the second one was
Back up.
revved up. It's time
for Let's Do It. Here we go. Part 2 of our conversation starts now.
State of Michigan versus Gregory Simmons, 20 FB 1859. Overdell for the people. Andrew Bannis on behalf of Mr. Simmons. Mr. Simmons, could you state your name, please?
No, he's not that smart.
Andre Simmons Jr.
Thank you, sir.
The man and not the entity.
Of course.
Mr. Bannis, we're here today because your client
You're an idiot.
violated the terms of his probation.
Yes, he
When he
did.
was before me, before absconding, as the man or the entity or whatever, at that point in time, I gave him an opportunity to
Not be stupid.
re-engage in the MRT program, report to probation, and make payments towards his fees. He failed to appear at the next court hearing instead, and went on abscond status and has been that way until August 19th when he appeared before the magistrate.
By the way,
So,
no, just a second, Judge. Abscond status, by the way, folks, means that you ran off and never reported. In other words, they didn't know where the fuck you were.
he has not completed any of the things that he was supposed to do.
Your Honor, if the issue is a hearing or not, I believe he is not requesting a hearing and is going to admit the allegations. I know he is asking for one more chance to re-engage in MRT and do what he has to do. He's been working two jobs. Well, I'm sorry. I'll stop there until if the hearing is an issue.
All right, Mr. Simmons, I believe that doesn't say here that you were arraigned on this, but you're before this court for a violation of probation. You're entitled to have a hearing on that matter, at which time, if it is shown that you violated the terms of your probation, you could be sentenced to the original maximum penalties in this case. The allegations are that you failed to re-engage in the MRT program, failed to report to probation, failed to make any payments towards your fines and costs. Do you understand those allegations, sir?
Yes, Ms. Washington.
Thank you. Understanding those, sir, do you know what you would like to do with respect to the hearing? Do you want to hold the hearing, waive your right to have the hearing, and admit, or what would you choose to do?
I'll waive my right and admit.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
No.
Right. Sir, did you fail to re-engage in the MRT program?
Yes.
Like an
Did you
idiot.
fail to report to probation?
Yes.
Just like an idiot.
And you failed to make any payments towards your fines and costs?
No.
You did make payments?
Yeah, I just came in this morning and made a payment. I was trying to figure out the remittance way to go about it that way, but I didn't figure it out in time, so I just made a cash.
And how much did you make?
I thought the fees and fines you pushed upon me was $150. When I got there, it was $560, so I just paid $150.
Okay.
Okay, Aldous, I have to pop back in here because I forgot.
Mikey.
And it's a perfect segue to this. He said, I thought the fees and costs were $160, so I just paid $150. Okay, so you still didn't pay it. You still didn't pay the amount that you admit that you thought it was. And you thought wrong. She told you. And that is what we call here at Law Talk with Mike 100% fraudery. Let's carry on.
Yes, sir.
I actually wrote an apology letter to the officers as well. I finished most of the book on my own.
So in this case, what I gave you was an opportunity to
not
complete
fuck
the
up.
MRT program, do a letter of apology. You were on the Wayne County probation?
That was before this case incident, like before this happened.
Well, I think you had told me you were still doing it, because I wrote in here, follow Wayne County probation.
That was over. They dismissed the probation after this incident came about.
You were supposed to do urine drops, and then you came back in October. You had violated, gave you an opportunity, reinstated your MRT, and told you to pay your fines and costs.
Yeah, the violation was only because I have the evidence to prove that my uncle had passed away. And I complied with the course. I told everybody what was going on. And then when I tried to log back into the class, she wanted me to start all over. I just don't have the energy then. You remember I was waiting outside the court for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks before they finally had a space for me again in the class. Like, I was over it. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it, honestly. I don't.
Judge, he was over it, and he didn't want to do it.
You know, so therefore you should give him a free pass.
Do it.
You know what the option is?
I thought I had free will. I don't know what the option is. Jail?
Well, you're going to have the free will to go to jail. That's what your free will is going to be.
Well, I don't want to go to jail, of course. That's not going to help anybody out in this situation.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. It helped me feel better.
Mike.
I have my first child on the way. I've been dealing with that. Me and the mother haven't been getting along.
Have your mom close your legs and have you put your
a little off, honestly.
Your little Peter away.
This is my first child, and obviously I wasn't planning on it to go this way. So I've been dealing with that the best way possible.
You know, by breaking every rule in the world, Your Honor.
I haven't been using any illegal substances as well.
Other than every drug you can find.
I didn't even know that you guys really wanted me to drug test.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to use
the
drug
I told you myself. I told you. You told me that you were using marijuana and that your levels were going to go down. So you did know.
Marijuana.
I have specific notes about our conversation.
I forgot I have so much on my mind, so much on my plate. Like, I can't remember everything I said. I can't remember everything.
I like that. He really probably does. He does have a lot on his mind. For instance, he's got a problem in Wayne County. He's probably got Judge Bryant smacking him around over there.
Probably.
And he smokes too much dope, which is why he's in testing. So, you know, in his defense, he's really got a lot on his plate.
He's got a lot of dope.
Every day. I have so much going on right now. I'm not trying to make excuses or anything.
Yes, you are.
I just want the situation to be over with. You're requesting jail time. How much time are you requesting?
All of it?
I said that my baby be here like...
I love this one, too. I'd like this situation to be over with. Right. You're being prosecuted for some criminal offense. Nobody wants that. Yeah, you'd all like to get through it. She's trying to give you a way to do that.
5 weeks, so...
We're like 500 years.
My baby be here in like 5 weeks. I just want to be here when she's born. I don't want to be incarcerated if I don't have to be.
Then stop doing stupid
stuff.
Like I said, like the whole
then you have to be incarcerated.
If my uncle would have never passed, I would have been done with the situation. I would have paid the classes and everything. I never asked for her to make me start over. I'll communicate.
So you see, it's clearly all his dead uncle's fault. Yeah, I mean, you really should just dismiss him. Maybe give him an award. Let him walk out right now.
With you guys, it just felt like it was excessive, a little excessive to make me start over. When I was complying and my uncle passed away,
you weren't
I had
complying.
no compassion with starting the classes at where I was.
You weren't complying.
I find that he has made a factual basis for the violation and that it was willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Mr. Burdell?
I was satisfied as to the violation, Your Honor.
I love that. The prosecutor says exactly what I'm thinking. Like, yes, there's a factual basis that he violated probation, and he did give that. But everything else he said was 100% fraudery, and that's what the prosecutor just sort of conveyed there.
As to the sentencing, is there anything you want to say on behalf of your client, Mr. Vanis?
Your Honor, I have nothing in addition to what I said previously and what he said. I mean, although I will...
He doesn't want to do MRT, so...
And I was just about to say on that point that I believe he should do it. and because, and hopefully he'll be given a chance to do it, because he was sentenced to 365 days suspended, well, with 4 days credit. He now has maybe one extra day credit, and a year in jail is really gonna, I'm really speaking to Mr. Simmons, upwards of a year in jail is really gonna be disruptive to his life, I mean.
Apparently, he has a new case before me as well, where he is alleged to have been
Oh, sweet Jesus. After all this whining and not complying with the lenient terms of this, we find out he's got another case.
driving without
Oh, why not?
a license and was involved in an accident.
Let's see. I'm looking that up.
Yeah.
Can I use it?
I haven't had my license since I was 20 years old.
Should probably not say any more about that case, sir.
I love the understatement of that. Okay, your other pending charge is driving while license suspended. Why are you announcing in open court that you haven't had a license for a long time?
Because he's an idiot.
Not smart.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he's a moron, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm not finding that immediately. Was he arraigned on that?
Was he arraigned on? Was he arraigned on that matter? I'm looking right now, Your Honor. He's got a show cause scheduled for the 19th before Judge Perry.
Judge Wary.
Is that Ms. Johnson? Is that a city case or a state case?
City.
Okay, that explains why I'm not finding it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because I deal with the good stuff, these state cases.
Well, sir, like your attorney just advised you, this carries a maximum of 365 days in the Washtenaw County Jail.
Days.
Since you have decided you don't want to do the MRT program.
I will do it. I just want to start all the way over. And I complied with the court. I told you guys exactly that was going on. Everything. I still have my uncle's obituary.
Oh, that's cute, Mr. Simmons, but it's not about your feelings. There are rules, and apparently you screwed up, so you have to start over, whether you want to or not. It's that or jail.
And once everything was over and died down a little bit, I tried to enroll back into the class.
You told me that
kicked
before.
me out. She kicked me out and told me I had to get back into contact with the courts or something. And then it was just like, why do I have to start over when I complied with everything that was going on?
Because it's part of the rules.
Seemed fair.
How many days credit does your client have, Mr. Bannis?
5, including the 4 at sentencing.
Apparently he doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand why he's not a moron.
First of all, I was talking to you, you kept talking over me.
I'm sorry.
Secondly, you keep telling me the same thing that I've already heard. I understand that you don't think it's fair that you start over, but I don't determine when you start over. That's up to the program. And if they say you start over, you start over.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
You know which part?
Now you do, Goofy.
I didn't know the part that it was up to the program. If I have to start over, like I said, I complied. I told everybody what was going on.
Okay.
I'm willing to do the class. I don't want to go to jail for a year. I don't have the time. I don't want to miss a year of my child's life for this situation. I really don't.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before I sentence you, sir?
I apologize once again to the courts for everything that transpired.
What do you think, Mikie?
That's it.
That good, eh?
Covers it, Kathy.
That good, eh?
My fear is that you don't get it. This is not an option. You got an option, I guess, to either do the program or go to jail.
Go to
Which
jail,
one
go
do
to
you
jail, go to
choose?
jail, go to jail, go to jail.
I choose to do the program.
I even choose to go to jail, Your Honor. As part of going to jail. Can I go to jail? Can I go to jail, please?
Miss
Miss Loser?
Johnson,
Yes.
you say he has a show cause before Judge Perry. What is that date?
It was the 19th. Let me just double check the date again.
Yesterday?
What's that, yesterday?
It was yesterday at 10 a.m.
Do we know the
Doesn't
result?
say whether he did you attend that show cause before Judge Perry yesterday?
Yes, ma'am. They pushed it out into November 19th, I believe, or November 18th. And she wants me to try and get my license by then and the driving incident to be dismissed.
I'm going to bring you back here on October the 18th, 2022, and that's at 10 a.m. in person.
Yes, in person. Definitely.
You said it's going to be in person?
That's correct. You need to be in that program by then, sir.
So, what, I have to reach back out into probation, try and get back enrolled into the class?
That's
I
correct.
put the number for community corrections in the chat to you, so you can give them a call once you hang up with us.
All right.
Let's
If
get
you're
it
not
done.
in that program, sir, then you can anticipate
Going to jail.
that
You
there
guys
will
are
be
cracking me up in the
consequences.
So, are you willing to give me the whole 365, or?
We're not having that discussion.
But the answer is yes. You will be having the whole 365.
Thank you.
That's how this works.
See you on October 18th.
All right.
You hook up.
And don't
You
forget
get
to
the
hit
first.
like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Hey, don't talk about the dogs like that.
Oh yes, we're in the 36D, but don't tell anybody.
36
Don't
district?
shh.
We're in the 36
It's
district court.
too cool for me. I can't even. I
We
won't
in
even be able to take
the 36 district court. We
Is
are.
he driving with the top down?
Yes.
What's going on right here, right now with your boss? What's going on?
Man, I wish I was that guy right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Is he driving with the top down? And the hat is not flying off, and he got a covenant. He doing too much. Call him and tell him I'm putting him back in that room. And call him and tell him that the judge is on here clowning him.
The judge is clowning him.
Oh, that was too much for me. Okay.
And I don't have electricity, so I'm just gonna step away from
I like that one. Tell the judge is clowning him. Somebody call him and tell him the judge is clowning
It's gonna be
him.
longer than a second, but okay. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr.
You clowning him.
Mr. Reed, I just want to ask a question.
Top down, some in the city, back in my getting black and pretty. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what, y'all. So,
I can't wait to be like Mr. Reed, Judge.
Mr. Reed, I want to know, was the top down in the vehicle?
That's a little blood, sweat, and tears, yo.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then, but the hat didn't fly off. How the hat don't fly off when the top down?
I have my hats perfectly fitted to my head. So they stick to the stubbles. I don't have hair anymore. They stick to the stubble so the hat won't fly off.
Even when you driving in a car with the top down.
This attorney is charming as hell. He just is. He really is. He's gotta keep sort of sucking up to her, but it's the right thing to do for his client, and he feels it in his heart. You'll see as this progresses. She goes on a rant. She's right, and he gets out of her way, and it's helping his client tremendously.
Now, probably was speeding. I mean, I'm just.
Real fast.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I guess we all want to be like that when we grow up. This is Kate. All right. Today's the day set for review, Mr. Sciatti.
This is correct. Defendant was placed on probation on September 17th last year. He would make it about a year later, and that's what was his term on probation. The probation department continues to be disappointed because the defendant is not in compliance. We had a review on April 18th. months ago. We're here today for review. Those are the only two issues left. I've been in contact with the defendant a couple times. He knows that he had to do both, and he did pay the $460. But we don't have any proof of that of the community service. I look at the notes. He looks like he didn't go to our department to schedule community service. He knows about it, but we don't have any proof of it. It's disappointing that Mr. Reed's got to keep defending this person for non-compliance unless he can show proof to the court that the defendant completed the 46 hours of community service.
Mr. Reed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gotti is correct. He's been most gracious in terms of doing it. My client has tried to comply with the community service, but unfortunately he's not been able to find any particular positions that would allow him to be able to comply. He is severely disabled. He's trying to work his way into it. He's trying to imagine that he can do certain things, but then he finds out that he's not able to physically. So he's asking the court respectfully, I guess, just to pay fines and costs. I know the court was very kind in terms of giving him the option of doing community service, but he's not able to do it. He wants to, his mind wants to do it, but his body will not allow.
That's not the truth.
You don't think so?
I don't believe it. You said he's severely disabled, and people out here was running with no legs. I mean, what do you mean? If we had an Olympic person that didn't even have legs, people out here, you when you watch the different things, people operating blind. We have a blind Supreme Court justice. We got people with no arms. We got people with no legs. I mean, listen, excuses. Oh my goodness. Excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent. Those who use excuses build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. I didn't write the poem. I just recite the poem because it helps me not use excuses. He is not so severely disabled that he can't do community service. We can sit in a chair and do community service. We can do some stuff. We can go to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen and sit behind the counter and pour the coffee into the cups and do community service. Service is the rent we pay for the space we occupy. We're breathing on this earth. We can do some community service. Oh, yes, we can. Now, the only reason he has those community service houses is because, he wanted me to convert them because he couldn't pay all the money. I don't like to play volleyball, nor do I play ping pong, nor do I play tennis. I play none of those sports, and you asking me to play one of them, to have this ball bouncing back and forth, pay the money, do community service. Come on and pull yourself together, because let me tell you what you can do.
You go ahead and talk.
You get ready? You want me to tell you what you can do?
I just had surgery 5 months ago.
I remember when I had surgery.
I can barely walk. I just started walking.
I had surgery.
Listen to the court.
Go ahead and give me all these excuses. That's probably.
The attorney is absolutely saving his client right now.
At least trying to. Oh. My apologies, folks. 1 second.
Listen. You had surgery. What's the other excuse? You had.
Ow. Hold on, guys. My audio player went tits up.
On April 18th, we spoke about disappointment at that time. It was adjourned till.
It's too cool for me. I can't even. I want it.
165 or.
I just want to ask a question.
Almost there, guys.
Sort of sucking up.
It was adjourned till May 5th. And since that, the court, the defendant completed the 46 hours.
His mind wants to do it, but his body will not allow.
That's not the truth.
You don't think so?
I don't believe it. You said he's severely disabled, and people out here was running with no legs. I mean, what do you mean? If we had an Olympic person that didn't even have legs, people out here, when when you watch the different things, people operating blind. We have a blind Supreme Court justice. We got people with no arms. We got people with no legs. I mean, listen, excuses. Oh my goodness. Excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent. Those who use excuses build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. I didn't write the poem. I just recite the poem because it helps me not use excuses. He is not so severely disabled that he can't do community service. We can sit in a chair and do community service. We can do some stuff. We can go to the Capuchin soup kitchen and sit behind the counter and pour the coffee into the cups and do community service.
Yes, you can.
Service is the rent house is because, he wanted me to convert him because he couldn't pay all the money. I don't like to play volleyball, nor do I play ping pong, nor do I play tennis. I play none of those sports. And you asking me to play one of them, to have this ball bouncing back and forth, pay the money, do community service. Come on and pull yourself together, because let me tell you what you can do.
You go ahead and talk.
You get ready? You want me to tell you what you can do?
I just had surgery 5 months ago.
I remember when I had surgery.
I can barely walk. I just started walking.
I had surgery.
Listen to the court.
Go ahead and give me all these excuses. That's probably.
The attorney is absolutely saving his client right now.
Or at least trying.
In the Houston.
Definitely trying.
I'm listening. You had surgery. What's the other excuse? You had surgery. You could barely walk.
I went down to the city, the 36th district, and paid $400. And I've been trying to pay the money for. It wasn't on the files, so I called your courtroom, and the lady put it in the computer so I could pay the money. I mean, I'm trying to get it together here. Like I said, I just started walking. I'm barely getting around, and I am in a lot of pain. I had 2 surgeries. So I'm going to say.
I have somebody who's getting ready to have surgery, and they're like, I think I'm only going to try to be off for about a week, and then I think I'm going to just try to push through it and go back to work. And I might be in some pain, but, I don't want the people to have to, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah.
Then one of my colleagues had a stroke. He had a whole stroke, and then they released him from the hospital on Friday, and I saw him walking down the hall. On Monday, I wanted to kick him in the back, but I couldn't because he's illegal.
I would like to kick him in the back.
People who want to do stuff, they do it. People who don't want to do stuff, they find excuses. Ooh, I could barely walk. Ooh, I can be. Ooh, my back hurt. Oh, my toe hurt. Oh, the corner of my toenail hurt. Oh, I got a headache. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got this right here. Oh, this is what's hurting. Let me tell you. You can keep on messing with me. But let me just let you know that probation, it was the alternative to jail. And therefore, jail is the alternative to probation. Now, as much as I respect your lawyer, as much as I believe in him, as much as I think that he's probably trying to tell you the right thing to do or whatever, I will lock you up. I will lock you up, and they will put you on that medical ward. They'll mark your file medical, and they'll put you on the medical ward, and I won't even have to worry about whether you can do community service or not, whether you can get up and walk, whether you can make it to the comments. I won't have to worry about that, because that will no longer be my issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop making excuses, because we could sit in a chair and do community service. We could sit somewhere and stuff some envelopes for a nonprofit. We could sit somewhere and serve coffee to the seniors at the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. We could sit in a chair and pack boxes for the Forgotten Harvest. Oh, it's some community service that we can do that does not require legs. It does not require standing. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect with Miss Green, and she's going to see what your restrictions may be in light of the fact that you might have to go to jail if you can't do this community service. She's going to check your restrictions, and then she's going to find an appropriate place for you to do community service. Otherwise, it's not going to be community service.
It's going to be
It's
jail
going to be
services.
the alternative to probation. Now, I have people that come in here and they knock it out the ballpark. They come at the first review, they finish with everything. They want to hurry up and get off probation. Then I have some people who like coming to visit me.
Like to visit.
And they just keep on coming back until my patience wear out. Now, Mr. Seals, I'm a believer in grace and mercy. And every time you have come here, grace and mercy have been in the room. But I'm going to tell you that they're beginning to pack their bags. They're packing their bags. They're headed for the door. And then there's no longer going to be grace and mercy in this room with me. And when grace and mercy leaves the room, you go to jail. So you can keep on saying, I can't, I won't, I can't, my back hurt, my toe hurt. Take some Advil.
Take some Advil.
Take some Tylenol, and let's get the community service done. Get a scooter. Get a scooter. Get a walker. Get something else.
And he's asking, can he pay today? You know, he has the money to pay. But
I don't want his money.
Okay, that's fine.
If y'all know something about me, money is the least thing that I'm concerned about on probation because I don't fashion myself a collection agent. I hate when the police people call you trying to collect money.
That's right. The court is correct. I can't argue with you, Judge.
Of course the court is correct.
Courtrooms, I can't argue with you.
For real, Mr. Reed.
I get paid to argue, but I can't argue with you.
Why not? You can argue.
It makes sense. And how do you argue with something that makes sense? I mean, I can't argue against that.
So we just
myself. When can I have you at my church?
Whenever our schedules allow, Mr. Reed.
I want that to happen because you make sense.
All right.
Okay.
Now, how long is it going to take for Mr. Seals to get himself together enough to do this community service?
All I owe is 20 hours. I can do 20 hours. I mean, I can try to find somewhere to do 20 hours. I mean, but I had the cash to pay. I would like to. I
already said no to the cash. Don't ask me for the cash no more.
Don't ask me for cash.
Get things in order. And, I mean, you know, I just want to get this case over. It's been almost 2 years. Okay, answer her question. Answer yours. Her question is, how long is it going to take you to do 20 hours? I have no idea. I don't know how they set up. I don't know. I really don't.
Mr. Sciotti.
Okay, listen. Yes.
Mr. Sciotti does not have any proof of any community service. Now, Mr. Seals is saying apparently he did 26 hours.
Yeah, I did. That focus over. Did you submit the documentation? Yeah, I sent it to Mr. Scotty, emailed it to him.
Judge, if I can respond to your request, let's clarify things. So when we have the next review, we can all come to the same page. And
yes, Your Honor.
We can discharge the defendant properly. It's on the probation order to do 6 days community service. I don't want any confusion here. He completed that 6 days community service. I don't want Mr. Reed or the defendant to try to tie it in to the next batch of community service. The old community service has been done. We're happy. We're satisfied. It's the point that the court made on May 5th. He owed $920. Very simple. $460 cash, 46 hours community service. The issue is he needs to do 46 hours of community service. Now he can contact Ms. Green, and she perhaps maybe he can play checkers and help people in the nursing home. I mean the court made a very, very clear distinction that there's a lot of things to do that he get done. And we're hopeful that the defendant can comply by the next review.
Now listen. That was on the other probation. No, it wasn't. No. Stop, Seals. Okay, Your Honor. So 46 hours he has to give. He understands that. Right, Mr. Seals?
Yes.
And how long is it going to take you to do 46 hours in community service or go to jail? How long?
I have no idea. But
No. We don't want to hear that.
Let me just.
I don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. You just have to say 46 hours. How long is it going to take you to do it?
Well, I'm gonna give him 6 more months to do it. I'm gonna set a review for 3 months.
3 months. Well, how long can you do it? Can you do it faster than that?
Yes, I can.
Well, when we asked you, let me say this to you.
We asked you that.
Now, listen here. I'm sick of you now. Now, when we sat up here and asked you, how long was it going to take you? You would not give us an answer. No. Don't interrupt me. You interrupt me one more time, you going to jail for 46 days.
Ooh.
Now, interrupt me one more time.
A day per hour.
We asked you several times.
Yes,
how
you did,
long
Your
is
Honor.
it going to take you? How much time do you need?
Forever.
How long is it going to take? You would not give an answer.
No, he wouldn't.
I really need the Samuel L. Jackson say what one more time clip.
Now, when
I
I
wish
gave
I
an
did too.
answer, now all of a sudden, that's not the time you want. Well, let me say this to you, Mr. Seals. Grace has left the room. Packed up and left.
Grace is gone.
You're going to do this community service. I'm going to set this review date. And if you haven't done the community service, Mercy is going to be gone as well, and you're going to jail.
Jail. Mikey.
We're sorry we
Okay.
bore the patience of this court, but this court is very patient. I understand that. So whatever date you give, Your Honor, will be done by Mr. Seals. Otherwise, he understands he's going to jail. Real
Court
quick.
is going to set a review date for Monday, December the 12th. Strike it. Strike that. Monday, December 19th.
19th, right before Christmas. Okay. That's fine, Your Honor.
Yeah, he can help the good fellows and the good fellow dials and all that and whatnot.
That's good. This will be my last time appearing for him on the 19th. That's it for me.
You're welcome.
All right.
Anything further?
Nothing further. We appreciate you, Gordon. Please, Your Honor, you did a good job. Don't be mad and take it out on other people.
Oh, I never do. I switch right back. Grace and Mercy comes back.
Grace and Mercy comes back. All right. Thank you, Your Honor. And Mikey, thank you as well. With that, we're going to bring the afternoon session to a close. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to the goal of 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. So Boxy sends those nice red packages our way that we can send to you all, and Google puts us on the algorithm. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe, be kind to one another, and release the Krakens as we march along this afternoon and every afternoon here from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you all tonight.